Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Giru if you're new here, and this is my Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc playthrough. If you need to catch up with the playthrough so far, I will link a card on this video so that you can go check out the full playlist. And if you're caught up, then you'll know we just had an insane class trial and post-class trial at the end of chapter 5. Basically, Monokuma was trying to trap Kyoko and get rid of her, but he ended up punishing me instead. I ended up in a trash room. Kyoko came and saved me. She had a ramen cup on her head. It was iconic. Now we have to keep investigating further. And I honestly don't know what to say. I think that we should just play. Before we do get into it though, just remember I do stream this live on Twitch at twitch.tv/xgiru. I'd love to have you over there. I know we're getting really close to the end of the game, so I'll probably be done by the time you see this video, but I will be playing Danganronpa 2 in the future, near future. So I'd love to have you over. And without further ado, I just want to play the game. I'm always bad at the first intro of the day because I always forget everything that happened, so let's do it. Let's play. Okay, so I think we need to talk to her again. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide it, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than just stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuru's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... no, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. The music's so intense! To the gym! I know we do need to play that Doroxo. Will they let me go to the store? Yeah, just one more ball busting session. I got a lot of coins. We gotta use them up. Oh, bird food. Oh! Oh. Dude, what if I got 3 times lucky? Wouldn't that be crazy? There's so many items I don't have. Is that a quill? So many wasted coins. This fucking guy. Wouldn't it mathematically, like... Oh, what is that thing? It's a worm on a string! Worm on a string. A wedding ring? Gee, I sure wish I could have one of those. Worm! Something new, something new, something new. Oh, you know who would like that? I said I wish I could have a wedding ring, and you said I'd spend all of the coins immediately? What are you talking about? I'm so fucking lucky, dude. This is crazy. Oh, those are cute! Ooh, a magazine. I should probably get going. Alright. Is that our final Kuma coin experience? Possibly. To the gym!
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't
But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So, what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again! And this time, I won't leave anything to chance! Kyoko? Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right.
Oh, well, originally I didn't do that, so that's embarrassing. And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of being that a being that could come to our aid even after you'd quote-unquote killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? That means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such a bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. You're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence.
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto right now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Chat, would you be displeased if Makoto was executed? Huh? See? She's so right. Neutral. Okay, that's fair, actually. I understand. Not... Oh my god.
indeed.
Throw it back! Let me see some ass in chat. Imagine what everyone out there would think of you if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to
then
do.
I suggest you take my advice.
So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word.
Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed.
Very?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one fun grisly showdown.
He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is a barely fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All the mysteries?
That's right. Every last mystery that's pulling around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that,
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe this is how this all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it is a true statement.
You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that.
Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Then that means that whoever is controlling Monokuma is a student after all. So it's one of us. Right? What if I'm Monokuma or something? Monokuma, Makoto, they're like kind of similar. I don't know if I believe in absolute truth, Madison. I think in some instances there is an absolute truth. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro...
It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people that to take a single step in Hope's Peak Academy since the killing game began are those 16 students.
What?
Listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go so quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry.
I'm done talking! I got nothing left to say to you! So get lost, would ya?
Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone! Get out of here!
Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Okay, buddy. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Guys, I need water. Do you think Cam will refill my water? Or do I have to do it myself? It's okay if I have to do it myself, but I'm saying it just in case he wants to be nice to me. No?
You have a little extra snack?
Yeah, I ate the churros too. Thank you. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
it would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And that all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. Thank you. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. What point? There's a poll in the chat. What ice cream flavor for Alfie? I'm gonna vote for No, I'm gonna vote for chocolate. I like chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
Oh my god, it was tied. Guys, who do you think the mastermind is? If you had to guess, no spoilers, but if you had to guess, if you don't know who it is, who would you vote for? I mean, who would you say it was? Who would you vote for? Chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate.
I always miss the poll, so I wanted to shout it out. Wow. Chuba, like, low-key backseat streaming, but, like, in a good way. Ooh, you had strawberry cake? Was it good? I haven't had strawberry cake in a long time. I had a chantilly cake for my birthday, and it was so fucking good. Actually, it was for Valentine's Day, but I still had it around my birthday. Join me, thrive. I love cake. Prove a point.
Hey,
The outside world has a name up for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. 1 second, chat. I'm gonna be mad at you, Alfie. I would like to watch it with you, but I'm gonna be mad at you. Hero always makes me suspicious, and he knew how to put the antenna back on the TV. Doesn't really make sense as to why I feel that way, but IDK, I feel like it's him. That's interesting. Hero wouldn't be my first guess. I feel like my first guess would be Byakuya. But Hero could be good too, because he could use despair to manipulate people into paying him for his psychic powers. I don't know. I'm not sure. But he's also really dumb. But he would be a really good switch up. Really good plot twist. But it could also be us, because we had that weird dream where we were like, we were supposed to try and stay here. So I don't know. The group whose only purpose and motivation that comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you. And yet, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. Damn, y'all remember Junko? I really thought she was gonna last a lot longer than she did. High tax fraud and jazz. Hello. Welcome in.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. I like that the game does not acknowledge that I picked the wrong answer the first time and got her killed. It's great. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you are still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Yeah, totally, and I never did not believe in you, by the way. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we can begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However,
Is that really possible? Huh? Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Yeah, we should go, but I'm gonna drink some water. No pressure at all. Wait, you're so based today, Alfie. I think it's because you used your new monocular. Why is this water not cold? Did it just get refilled? That was jarring to me. That was crazy. Okay. What the fuck is Michi? I'm not sure. Chat won't tell me what it is. So, Zendaya. I peed in it? Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks for doing that. Delicious. You have to turn off hardware acceleration in Discord, Madison. Okay, I'm trying to protect your vocal cords. Yeah, I drank ice water on stream one time and Rotten Lady is like... Are they in the cafeteria? They're always in the cafeteria. Vocal cord. And suddenly we were greeted with... Oh. Wow. You again. Herkstat egg speller 103.2.1.255. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. AG. I don't know what that symbol is called. 3 foursome. It's crazy. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah! My friends!
Makoto?
It's me!
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Oh my god, they really drew her big boobs really big here. Carrot? What? It's called a carrot. Thank you for getting me water, Kim. I genuinely thought I wasn't here for that inside joke, so I'm glad I'm not the only one in the know. Someone said Zendaya is Michi, and I thought it was funny, so I just made it a timer, but I don't know what it means. So hopefully it won't get me canceled.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
He loves me. He said that with love in his voice.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. That's unfortunate that Toko's still there. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell? Oh my god, do I still smell like trash?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. It's not my fault. I was thrown into garbage. Guess we'll talk to Toko first. You stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling you!
Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. Oh. Don't look at me, Togo. Hi, Nick. Thank you. Can you shout out for RTS Lightning, by the way? You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason. Oh, I wasn't trying to do that. So, what have you guys been doing while I was gone?
Well, we figured since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again.
And?
No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked.
So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? What doesn't make her horny? That's a great question. Love Danganronpa. I know I'm so close to the end. It's kind of crazy. She did talk about wanting to have trash stuffed in her mouth or something, Madison, so it's not too far off, I guess. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you.
Yo.
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Makoto doesn't know Miss Cleo? Please. What did Freyak say? I missed it. I'm ignoring that Cupid canceled me earlier.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? Yeah, totally. I totally spotted the trap. Guys, I totally spotted the trap. Guys, I totally spotted the trap the first time and I didn't get Kyoko killed. You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone that doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again. Later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
That's my favorite voice line in the whole game, I think.
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with the things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. Okay. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Is it because she thinks that one of us is controlling him? You can't agree, why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? Very polarizing approach, I know. I'm sure I told you this already. The killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have had to be one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people that we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way.
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Is it time for sleep in this house?
This is a school announcement.
This is a little different than normal.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
True ending mode, no way!
So, in the name of fairness, I'll unlock every room in the school.
No way! We can go in the bio lab.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But... I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Alright, whatever. He didn't take me with him. Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. So nothing. Totally useless. Okay. So bye. With that, Togo trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Mikoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gone off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. Still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. So I figured, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. She's dead, dude. She's so dead. Hina was surprisingly in high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. I was gonna say, I was watching back one of the VODs as I was putting it, making a thumbnail for it. And I was like, I don't know how Hina's gonna hold up mentally. And to be honest, Hina has held up incredibly well mentally, considering that her lover was executed. And by executed, I mean she executed herself. So, kind of crazy. Once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Well, what do you have to say to me, Kyoko? So you're gonna go off on your own too, right?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as a splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. A poem. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto,
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone. Leaving only me? I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. Dude, it's so me. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve this mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together! I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file next time here on Extra Giru. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so YouTube lets you know when I post again. Don't forget I am streaming this live on Twitch at twitch.tv/xgiru. Even if I'm done with it by the time you see the video, I will be playing Danganronpa 2 soon, so I'd love to have you around for that. Who do you think is the mastermind? Oh my god, this is crazy. I can't even guess. It could be any one of us, but I kind of have a feeling it's gonna be crazy. Crazy plot twist, it's me or something. So we'll see. We'll see next time. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And that's it. Goodbye.